In the first debate of the fall campaign, Republican presidential candidate Mitt Romney defended himself Wednesday night against charges from President Obama that his tax cut plan would favor the wealthy. At the same time, Romney appeared to take more moderate stances on issues from green energy to Social Security. The Republican challenger, offering sharper answers than Obama and seizing control of the debate at several points, accused Obama of promising more trickle-down government if he is re-elected this November. For his part, Obama tried to bury his opponent in the "thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Very thing that Romney is said to crave, beta. Repeatedly referring to arguments offered by his leading surrogate, former President Clinton, Obama tried to rebut Romney's claim that he could balance the budget while cutting tax rates across the board and increasing military spending by $2 billion. Math, common sense and our history shows us that's not a recipe for job growth, Obama said. Meantime, Romney spoke warmly about green energy in Obama's staple and indicated that tax breaks for the major oil companies would probably fall by the wayside. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased, if he is elected president. He also said that he and Obama had similar ideas about Social Security and would largely avoid restructuring the program, even though he has suggested that it could well be necessary to raise the retirement age. Romney said Obama was running on the same platform as 4 years ago, while the Republican promised to generate more jobs by going to the assistance of small businesses. Obama, given the first chance to say what he would do to spur more hiring, said he would also promote jobs by using "thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Money saved from the winding down of the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq to rebuild America. Leveling a familiar charge that Romney would offer more tax breaks for the wealthy, Obama said his alternative would be a new economic patriotism that says America does best when the middle class does best. Obama opened by wishing a happy anniversary to his wife, Michelle, whom he married exactly 20 years ago. He promised her that next year they wouldn't be celebrating before 40 million people. Romney joined in, offering congratulations and drawing a "thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Laugh from Obama by joking that this is the most romantic place you could imagine to be celebrating, here with me. He also shot back at Obama's charge over taxes, saying that cutting taxes on the rich was not what I'm going to do. He said the rich would pay the same share of taxes as they do now under his plan. Answering one question that had been hanging over the event, moderator Jim Lehrer said that the questions would be about domestic issues. There had been some speculation that foreign policy "thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Might be one of the discussion topics in the wake of the recent killing of the U.S. ambassador and 3 other Americans in Libya. Romney is lagging in the polls, but he took the stage at Wednesday night's debate with some key advantages that could help him catch Obama. The Republican candidate was in position to surprise the public with a strong performance. Recent polls showed that most voters expected Obama to get the better of his opponent. But Romney performed well in the 19 Republican primary season debates, often coming across as presidential "thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased, and rarely slipping up. Another factor that figured to work to Romney's benefit, the challenger typically has a built-in edge in the first presidential debate. Merely sharing the stage with the president helps to close any stature gap in voters' minds. In the pre-debate spin, the Obama camp underscored that point, as both sides worked overtime to limit any gain by the other side. If history tells us anything, it's that, as the challenger, Mitt Romney is likely to be called the winner by pundits, Deputy Campaign Manager Stephanie Cutter said, and "thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Memo to reporters. At the same time, Romney faced substantially greater pressure than Obama heading into the 90-minute encounter. For a trailing candidate, Simply holding one's own isn't good enough. With less than 5 weeks until Election Day, most opinion surveys show Obama with a small but persistent lead nationally and in swing states that will decide the contest. By contrast, Romney has never been ahead of Obama in the Real Clear Politics average of national polls dating back to the start of the year. That gap has made it increasingly. Thank you for trying, verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Imperative for the Republican to shift the balance of the contest against the vulnerable incumbent. Obama has improved his job approval ratings and it has come close to the key 50% level in national polls. But voters continue to say that the country is on the wrong track, though that measure has also been moving slowly in Obama's direction. Even Republicans said it was unlikely that Romney could accomplish the turnaround he needed in the debates. Republican pollster Bill McIndoe, company director of the NBC/Wall Street Journal survey, said in an analysis of the latest "Thank you for trying, verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased." Presidential polling that it would take an episode of some magnitude to disrupt the structural lock in these numbers. Obama led Romney by 3 percentage points among likely voters, 49% to 46%. In the survey, released Tuesday. As Obama prepared for his first debate in 4 years, he joked about singers, the rehearsed lines that both men were coached to deliver. But the greatest threat to his re-election chances is unlikely to come from something Romney says in the debates. Instead, the biggest danger for the frontrunner is an unfor terror. Thank you for trying, verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Major gaffe along the lines of President Ford's Cold War-era blunder, when he said in a 1976 debate that there is no Soviet domination of Eastern Europe, stubbornly refusing to acknowledge that Poland and other countries were under Soviet control at the time. Obama has committed several minor gaffes in the course of his 2012 campaign, but he has no history of committing a howler of the sort that could upend the race. Given his lead in the polls, he could afford to take a cautious approach as the October debates get underway. Thank you for trying, verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Colorado, one of the few battleground states, is the scene of the first debate, and security for the event was unusually strict. A 6-mile portion of Interstate 25, the state's main north-south route, was closed for hours at the height of the evening rush in Denver. The superhighway passes a few hundred yards from the debate hall, Magnus Arena, a hockey and basketball venue on the University of Denver campus. Foreign policy is to be the subject of the third presidential debate, in Boca Raton, Florida, on October 22. Obama and Romney will also thank you for trying, verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Meet October 16. In a town hall-style debate on New York's Long Island, Vice President Joe Biden and Representative Paul D. Ryan, Romney's running mate, will debate October 11 in Danville, Key. Relatively few voters are still undecided, but a slightly larger group remains weakly attached to either man. Results of the latest NBC/Wall Street Journal poll suggest that about 5% of the electorate falls into the category that both men will be attempting to sway, voters who are still up for grabs and who say that the debates will be extremely or quite important. And thank you for trying, verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Their choice of a candidate. The Commission on Presidential Debates, which has organized the fall debates in every election since 1988, negotiated rules for this year's encounters with representatives of the Obama and Romney campaigns. A number of organizations from across the political spectrum have unsuccessfully sought to have the debate contract made public. An earlier contract, between the George W. Bush and John Kerry campaigns in 2004, forbade the candidates from questioning each other. The current contract is reported to include provisions on matters including a ban on cheering by members of the Thank You for Trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Audience and a limit on the number of family members allowed on stage after it ends. In 2008, The opening debate of the general election campaign was viewed by about 52 million people. If this year's trend of declining audiences for political events, such as the National Party conventions, is an indication, Wednesday night's debate may attract smaller viewership than the first one 4 years ago. But history has shown that it is often post-debate coverage, which plays out for several days afterward, that has a more substantial impact than the debate itself. Specific thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Answers, or even symbolic moves by one of the candidates, can take on outsized importance as they are recycled in news accounts, a process that could be intensified this year by the rise of social media. In 2000, Al Gore suffered self-inflicted damage from his repeated sighs while his opponent, George W. Bush, answered debate questions. In 1992, President George H.W. Bush was caught checking his watch during a three-way debate with Bill Clinton and H. Ross Perot, an incident that prompted days of criticism of a president deemed to have been out of touch with thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Ordinary voters,